Good evening, welcome to the Buck Stops here. I'm Vishnu Shom. On the program tonight, the desperate state of our national capital engulfed as it is by trash. Just a few days back, lives were lost after the monstrous Ghazipur dump collapsed, a part of it. It's more than 50 meters high. It's not supposed to be more than approximately 20 meters high. But with no other dumps easily available, Delhi stares at a disaster. Why now in 2017 are we finally waking up to this ridiculous situation? Who's responsible, and is there a real solution? That's what we're looking at this evening. But first, the headlines that we're tracking at this hour. As friends, family say goodbye, CCTV outside Gauri Lankesh's home shows one attacker. Police say they could be professional killers. Protests are held around the country to demand justice for Gauri. Tell us what you are doing. It's time to crack down on cow vigilantism, the Supreme Court tells the centre. The first day of the Lucknow Metro, and it's not a great start. 100 passengers are stuck as the train stalls. Protests across America as 8 lakh people, including almost 20,000 of Indian origin, risk being deported. Well, the big story we are focusing on now, and we really want to try and do this on the Buck Stops here, focus on urban issues, issues which affect you and me, people across the country in our big cities, and there are so many. Garbage is one of the biggest concerns in a city as large as Delhi, as our national capital region. But the fact of the matter is, it's a ticking time bomb. The Ghazipur dump, a part of it collapsed a few days back. People lost their lives. But the government is back to actually dumping once again in that particular area, and not in any new landfill, because a new landfill is not readily available. Is this a disaster that we've suddenly become aware of now? In fact, no, it's been a disaster now for many years. The fact of the matter is that recycling is at its infancy, not just in Delhi, but across large parts of the country. Garbage to energy projects, which convert garbage into energy, they are there, but they are not utilized enough. Who is responsible for this, and what is the future that awaits us in the national capital? Joining us now to discuss this, Ishar Judge Ahluwalia, Saurabh Bharadwaj of the Aam Aadmi Party, Dr. Sunita Narayan of the Centre for Science and Environment, Subhash Tabas of the BJP, and Vimlendu Jha, the environmental activist. I'd like to thank all of you very much for being with us. Dr. Sunita Narayan, let me come to you first in simple terms, because this is what people really want to know before we get to many of the other issues. Who is responsible for this mess?
You know, Vishnu, frankly, it's all of us. The fact is that what we have not recognized is that the way to manage garbage is not to make it waste. Waste is not waste. And as a result of it, we have got into the mind frame, all our governments, municipalities, everyone, ki jhadu lagao, transport karo, dump karo. The fact is that the only way to manage garbage is when we segregate it, we process it, we recycle it, and only when we segregate it can it even generate energy in a waste to energy plant. So for too long, this country has been in a mindset in which we believe that you can dump. And the fact, Vishnu, is you also have to remember we have always been dumping in the lands of the very poor. And for the first time in this country, it is the poor who are standing up and saying, not in my backyard. I mean, why is it that we always, all of us generate garbage, but it goes to the homes of people who don't have the power to say no? So it is only when we start realizing that this country does not have land to waste, that we will not be able to use anybody else's backyard to dump our own garbage. We will have to keep our own front yard clean, and therefore our own backyard will have to become the garbage dump. Okay. The segregation will have to start with us. Okay. Which means
I'll talk about that
with us.
Sunita, I'll talk
and
about
municipalities.
Recycling in a bit, because that has to be a big focus. Sort of the fact of the matter is, after this particular dump, a part of it collapsed, the government, with no option left, was taking a lot of the trash in large parts of Delhi and was trying to move it in a particular village. But the villagers over there started deflating the vehicles of the trucks. as Sunita was mentioning, you cannot transfer garbage into somebody's home, into somebody's village. We are now in a desperate situation, all of us. In a time-bound fashion, is there anything the state government can do?
Frankly, for the benefit of audience, the state government is not a very big stakeholder in the garbage management in Delhi. Garbage management, like other states, is done by the civic agency, which is MCD here. However, the condition is different in case of Delhi, because usually the civic agencies are under the state government. However, for Delhi, the MCD Act is a central act. Yeah. So MCD is basically come under the central government. However, what Sunita Narayanji was saying was, the key lies in the segregation of the waste, and that segregation should also be decentralized. Not like, that you dump waste at one place and you segregate it. That decentralized segregation should happen. There are things which can be recycled. There are things which is an organic waste which can be put into compost, and whatever residual waste is left out, which may be 20% or 10% of all the waste, is something which has to be dumped at these landfill sites. It's not that all the garbage what we are doing in Delhi or most of the countries.
What are you doing to encourage people to do this?
Yes, basically we have been telling MCDs last year 2016. DPCC recommended a series of steps to MCD and the DDA to create these decentralized ways of segregating solid waste and manage it. But we don't have anything else in our hand.
So it's essentially you're saying that, and I know that the MCD runs separately. It's not part of the state government. Essentially, what you're saying is you are helpless. You can't do anything.
Frankly, MCDs also.
No, but that's what you're saying. You're saying you are helpless.
The elected government of Delhi
is
in a kind of an advisory position where we can advise MCD, and it is up to the MCD whether to take that advice or not to take that advice. We cannot force it.
सुभाष दवास, आप ये बताइए, इनको कहना है कि MCD का जिम्मेदारी है गार्बेज मैनेजमेंट के बारे में, और आम आदमी पार्टी कुछ नहीं कर पाएगी इस स्थिति में, तो आप लोग क्या कर पाएंगे?
नमस्कार, मैं ये कहना चाहूँगा आप पार्टी से, आप पार्टी और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट एलजी के साथ मिलकर और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के साथ मिलकर इसका सही सॉल्यूशन ढूंढिए।
नहीं, ये तो बोलने का चीज है। ये तो हम 20-25 साल से सुन रहे हैं,
लेकिन इसका
एक साथ बैठ के सब मिल के बात करते हैं फिर सब ठीक हो जाएगा। कुछ ठीक तो नहीं हो रहा है, लोग मर रहे हैं वहाँ।
नहीं, लोग तो मर रहे हैं, लेकिन
तो आप क्या कर रहे हैं? आप एमसीडी और बीजेपी मिलके क्या कर रहे हैं?
इसका सॉल्यूशन यही है कि एलजी के साथ मिलके।
नहीं, बट ये तो बोलने से क्या होगा? आपका स्ट्रेटेजी क्या है? आप एलजी के साथ जब मिलेंगे आप क्या कहेंगे?
हम इनको ये कहेंगे डंपिंग यहाँ ना करके वहाँ ना करके इसका एक परमानेंट सॉल्यूशन ढूंढिए।
और वो सॉल्यूशन है क्या?
वो सॉल्यूशन ये है कि इससे बिजली बनाइए। हाँ, बिजली बनाइए। हाँ, और जो खाद है वो खाद के पर्पज
तो इतने साल आप लोग ये क्यों नहीं सोच रहे थे?
ये तो पिछले साल से कितने सालों से तो कांग्रेस
की इतने साल में
बीजेपी तो 3 साल से आई है ना।
और 3 साल में आपने क्या किया?
3 साल के अंदर इसका सोल्यूशन निकाल रहे हैं। हमारे
3 साल लगा है आपको सोल्यूशन निकालने?
सोल्यूशन निकालने के लिए तो
इतना टाइम लगता है?
इतना टाइम लग गया।
और इसी टाइम में लोग मर रहे हैं?
नहीं, लोग तो
ये गाजीपुर में तो लोग मारे गए।
गाजीपुर में तो सिर्फ कॉर्पोरेशन तो इसको उठाने का काम कर रही है ना जी। सिर्फ गार्बेज
तो मतलब 3 साल में आप कह रहे हैं कि अभी तक आपके पास फिक्स कोई सोल्यूशन नहीं है?
फिक्स सोल्यूशन के लिए अभी जब ये घटना घटी तो सोल्यूशन इसके लिए जरूर निकलेगा जी, क्योंकि इसका
ये जज आलूवालिया, इज दैट एट ऑल an answer that they've needed 3 years to try and find a solution, they've not found one as yet. I just think this is a monumentally daft kind of way of approaching garbage management. It's ridiculous that in 3 years you don't have a strategy. I thought we would be discussing how we'll implement it, but it now appears that we don't even have a strategy. We don't know what to do.
Actually, we do have the solid waste management rules of 2016,
right,
which clearly say that you cannot mix wet waste with dry waste, and you should try and process wet waste in a decentralized manner. Dry waste, whatever is recyclable, is recycled, and then you dispose of in a scientific manner what is left. The problem with us is, even you referred to Ghazipur as a Ghazipur landfill. Actually, it's not a landfill. It's a site which was allocated for a landfill. It is the fate of all landfill sites in India. Then after they are allocated, no landfills are created by proper bottom liners, side liners, scientific capping, so that you can dispose of the residual waste in a landfill. These are dump sites, and today to say that you have run out of space, you need more land for dumping is criminal. What you need to do is you need to recycle the space that has been allocated for a landfill, which you have used as a dump site. You do bioremediation. You bring down the volume of waste. You treat and drain the leachate. It is being done. Please visit the YouTube under Almitra Patel, where an expert of bioremediation, Ragini Jain, shows how she has bioremediated waste and created space in landfill sites in Nagpur and in Gurugram and Faridabad.
So in other words, the existing site can be made smaller.
We have to look for.
The existing site, ma'am, you're saying can be made smaller.
Absolutely, it can be recycled.
Okay. Sunita, you want to comment on this, that, you know, perhaps it's all is not lost when it comes to the handful of these sites which exist in Delhi.
Yeah.
The capacity of the other two was already used up many years back, and now it appears that this is
See, Vishnu, two things have happened, and I think it's something to recognize that there is a shift. Firstly, till a few years ago, Delhi government, like all other governments, was only searching for new land for landfills. And so there was a whole list of land that they were going around with, whether it was Bhatti mines or it was Rani Khera or any others. I think now there is a recognition that there is not going to be that much land available for landfill. We have to change our strategy. Now, what can you do about these three big sites that you have? Now, I am not clear whether you can do bioremediation, but the fact is that the LG has been working and has had a plan to actually get a large amount of that waste removed and being used for road construction where NHAI can use it. Then you can think of how you can actually either burn it, you can incinerate it at very high temperatures. I'm not sure it's very high calorific value, so you will not get much energy, but you can use it. But the idea is you don't look for new land, you clean up the existing land. It'll take time, Vishnu. This one tragedy should be a wake up, but it should not lead to knee-jerk responses where we are looking for new land, new dump sites are being found. We have to change the way we do waste management. And I'm afraid I don't agree with Saurabh that he can completely disown the responsibility of the Delhi government. They are the elected government. What is their game plan? Where is their game plan for doing any of this?
Sunita ji, if you can enlighten me, what can the Delhi government do?
Ma'am, just a second, let Saurabh respond and then I'll come across to you.
We have already given the plan.
Sunita, let him answer.
Ma'am,
you do not have a plan.
Ma'am,
you do not have a plan.
No, but ma'am, he says he
does.
does.
If you had a plan, talk about it.
He wants to let him say what he has.
We have already given our recommendations in 2016.
You have some vague ideas,
Saurabh. No.
Saurabh, vague ideas don't run a city.
Sunita ji, I don't think even you have invented a plan.
Have to
let me tell you. Yes.
How do I take a charge? किसी प्रकार का कोई
plan नहीं है।
आपके पास भी तो कोई plan नहीं है।
नहीं plan तो है।
बताया 3 साल के लिए आप
इस देश को आजाद हुए इतने साल हो गए जो पिछली गवर्नमेंट थी
तो मतलब 3 साल उन्होंने भी नहीं किया, आपने भी
नहीं। हम तो कर रहे हैं ना अभी,
आप कर रहे हैं पर कोई सोल्यूशन
नहीं। हम करेंगे।
1 मिनट सौरभ, 1 minute। Sunita, ma'am, just everybody take a second. I will also pause, catch my breath, so that I can allow Saurabh to answer. And Sunita, he was trying to answer your question. Sunita, just wait. Don't talk for a second. Saurabh, go ahead.
First,
ma'am, I will come back to you, Mr. Ahluwalia, just a moment. Yeah.
First of all, there is no rocket science if somebody says I have a plan. For example, in 2016, Waste Management Manual under Swachh Bharat, they have published the whole full-fledged plan for every solid waste management,
Yes.
where waste is segregated.
Yes.
Whatever can be recycled has to be recycled. Whatever is the organic waste has to be converted into compost, and then whatever residual you have, you put it to waste to energy.
No, but how are
And
you? What are you doing
now,
about implementing?
now second thing is, now this comes squarely under MCD.
No,
now,
but
if MCD has to implement a plan, you just tell us
will
what
we
can
live
we,
in
what
Delhi
can
the
we do?
rest of our lives looking at you battle the MCD unless it comes under your power?
First thing is,
सौरभ जी, MCD का काम तो सिर्फ कूड़ा धोना है.
Citizens can.
MCD का काम तो
what
कूड़ा
I'm saying,
धोना है. सौरभ जी, ये
citizens
irrigation
want
नहीं
a
लगाएंगे आप
solution.
MCD पे?
okay, let me tell you. Look,
It's passe to say that look, these people are not us.
no, I'm finding it very difficult to explain when MCD has its own elected representative, an elected government, a administrator, a central government act which governs it. How
I
can a
just
state
come in?
government, an elected government, do any intervention in MCD?
Okay,
If there is
Vimlendu
a-
Jha wants to join us as well. Vimlendu
Quick
Jha, the
point.
environmental activist,
Quick point.
with us. Sunita,
Quick
half a
point.
second.
I just want
Yeah.
to make.
Okay, yeah, Sunita, go ahead.
Just a quick
I have
point.
something to
I
say.
only know Vishnu.
May I
lived here all
just
my
come in?
life.
Mrs. Ahluwalia,
I have been
Mrs.
an
Ahluwalia, I'll
environmental
come to you
activist.
next. Sunita, quickly make your point,
Yeah.
and then Mrs. Ahluwalia. Yeah.
May I
I
come
just
in?
want to make the
I
point.
just want to say that
I have.
a number of people have said that this mixed waste can be used to build roads. I think that will be very dangerous. You do need to do bioremediation and biomining, and then only the medium fractions extracted from that waste can be used for roads. If you dump this mixed waste, which is like a dhokla-like waterlogged solid, you will be sinking holes in your roads. So again, this is a knee-jerk reaction to say we'll pick up the mixed waste and build roads with it.